What up, peeps? It's your girl, Dutch. Come back to Real Takes. Well, it's that time, and guys. It's reaction time, and this is to The Boys Season 3. This episode is titled Herogasm. Now, that title alone can only imagine after the first 5 episodes. Now, before I get into it, let me just do a quick recap. Still trying to get around, finally getting to see a little bit more Soldier Boy, seeing that those powers are definitely enhanced from all of the torture, that he went through while he was, being held by the Russians, and see what he did when he got back to the States. Of course, Butcher getting with him, utilizing his abilities and come up with some sort of maybe deal, but not filling everybody in on what was going on. Hence him and Huey, Annie showing up and trying to talk him down, knowing what he did. He just killed, was it Crimson Countess? And it's just a mess. Just like, buddy. And then Mother Milk feeling betrayed by Butch. I can only imagine what's going to happen when he confronts him about what he did, think he's doing for the best. Now, granted, I understand, because he feels like if he tried to go up against him and he confronted him, he'd kill all of them. They don't know. And granted, after the situation that happened with Kamiko and him, blasting her and her powers are gone, she's very happy about that. I'm actually happy for her, because she does not have to, do the things that Butcher wants to do, and she's somewhat free of him making her do things she really does not want to do. She's been doing that for a long time. You can clearly tell it's just weighed her down, and she wants to move on with Frenchie. Frenchie, of course, dealing with that little, whatever we want to call her, basically doing her, bidding, dealing with certain people, contracts, killing people. You can tell Frenchie's completely, he doesn't want to do it, but he's in a situation where he might end up putting Kamiko in a situation now that she doesn't have any powers. Not sure if they're aware of that just yet. She could be healing. They don't know. But, he never came back after going to get the coffee after the kiss. Also, dealing with Annie, Starlight, dealing with, of course, Ashley with her little fake ass, and then Homelander trying to stay abreast with him and not get on his anger side. Then you have the situation with A-Train and what happened to Nathan, dealing with Blue Hawk. I already said in my commentary after the fact, you better handle that. And I'm curious to see what's going to go down with that. So you know what? I've talked enough. Let's just go ahead and jump into it. I'll say the rest of my thoughts to you guys.
These supervillain attacks, they've affected everyone. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from.
Oh, God.
We're all in this together. Above us, only sky.
Oh, my God.
Imagine all the people
living for today. Ha, ha, ha.
Really, Noir?
This gets out.
Oh, look at
Company's
him.
fucked. I'm fucked. Oh, God.
Oh.
If the company falls, I fall.
Oh,
fuck.
Look at it. Remember what Stan said?
This is happening to me.
I love it.
This is not fair. This is so fucking unfair.
The hell? Is he taking his thing out? Yes, he is.
Thank you.
All right. You help me find the rest of my team, and I'll help you with this Homelander.
The greatest trees must grow from a single seed. Follow one proud black man's journey to the root of his roots as he takes the A-train.
You did not give a shit about all the collateral you caused then. Now all of a sudden you care? Because it happened to you? Go fuck yourself.
I wish she would just knock her down. I wouldn't even feel bad.
I said that out loud.
Why the long face, Tiger?
What if I can't handle him? I mean, if Noir ran...
Oh, you can handle him. Dirty, shriveled, anemic little part of you that still mules for approval and love and a mommy and a daddy and a boo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, my God.
Look at me, Tiger. Look at me. We gotta cut that part of you out like a cancer.
Okay, well, Bill Cosby is America's dad, and I'll tell you one thing, he wouldn't be caught dead in that pussy gear.
Lot to unpack there.
Oz. That's a real man. Holy shit, did he make some strong drinks.
Holy fucking shit.
I blacked out. About 10 minutes. When I came to, the damage was done. I didn't mean to hurt those people.
Got an address.
We're off to Vermont.
Wait, is this? This is Herogasm.
You have 193 million Instagram followers. Lend me your influence and I'll lend you mine. I can protect you from Homelander. You'll finally be team captain for real. And in return, you help me goose my numbers. I can finally get my education reform bill passed. We can make things better, Annie. For my daughter. For a lot of daughters. Come on, what do you say?
I'm fucking done. I'm not doing it anymore.
You're not going to be doing anything if Homelander kills you.
Yeah, maybe. But then I'll know I'm not working with a fucking nut job. So, either pop my head or get the hell out.
It'd be really tough to take out America's sweetheart, but not impossible.
It's true.
This is my favorite. When Sergei was 14 years old, he dropped a glass. His father told him to kneel in the shards and not move until he said so. Little Sergei did not shift an inch.
She gonna get her perfect. What happened? Yes, please, and get the nigga head. Piece of crap. Thank you.
Some kids that were trying to boost the Benz. And so I run, wake up my granddad. Grandpa, it's Soldier Boy. Come look. Soldier Boy takes the Benz and he hurls it through our house like a fucking freight train. It missed me by about 6 inches. But my grandpa, one minute he was there, and then he wasn't. I'm with her for the fuck party.
Yeah, No, he's very good at cunnilingus. Yeah, his tongue is just, yeah, he just gobbles that vagina right up. Nom, 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 nom.
Sausage, huh?
No.
The fuck did this motherfucker put on my
Oh my
jacket?
God.
It's my favorite fucking jacket.
Find a
Nasty
bathroom.
ass.
Go find a bathroom.
Shit
You're
is
good. Let's go
sticky.
clean it up.
Still a thing, eh? It's my thing. I founded it in 52. Me and this other Supe, Liberty. Man, was she a firecracker.
Frenchie's gonna be heartbroken he missed this.
What the fuck?
It's not what it looks like.
What are you doing
Oh
here?
my
Nothing. I'm not doing
God.
anything. Why would you even... This octopus was sick. Why would you ask?
Homelander is gonna love this.
No, wait. Please stop. No. Seeing somebody that you love get hurt like that? I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry, Huey.
Huey,
How did you do that? No. How the fuck did you do that? I'll show you again.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You have to go.
no, I need you to stop him.
Annie.
Oh!
Oh my
Is
God,
she
you
new?
teleported me? What the fuck? I thought the drugs had fucked you up, Huey, but this is you.
Oh damn.
This is all you.
You killed my family.
Which one?
He's unreal.
Boy,
He ready to fight.
not him. Twins are up there.
So you get Homelander, but I can't get Soldier Boy.
Exactly.
You're a fucking hypocrite, Butcher. Now move.
I can't let you do it, Em. It'd be suicide.
I'll be like, get your hands off me. Your hands off me. Oh my god! Whoa!
I don't want to hear it right now.
I know that's wrong. God damn. Wow. Oh my. Oh. God damn. He handled it. Jesus. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah.
William Butcher and Soldier Boy. Of course. You are behind this. This whole thing. I'm the upgrade.
Ooh, I know that's right, bro.
You really had me going for a minute there.
Boy.
Oh, dang. Get his ass. Kill him. Okay. He knew it was coming. They just leave. Oh boy, no, I ain't got time.
No.
Sweetie.
You are not a monster. Seems no matter how much we try to run, we cannot escape our old lives, huh?
Worried now, aren't you?
Most heroes don't care about you. They only care about their image, and Homelander is the worst of them. He's hurt people. He's done something to Maeve. And one more thing. I'm not Starlight anymore. My name is Annie January. And I fucking quit.
All right, you guys, this episode was just off the chain. There was some, I'm just like speechless. Let me get my thoughts together. Okay, first off, just dealing with Homelander, realizing honestly what Stan said to him is true. Yeah, you're at the forefront. Things are going to be happening, things that are definitely out of your control, and you having to, put your spin on it or get the right, person who will just take care of his cleanup person, aka Ashley. Now you can see when they go on the news media and they're putting out, that story and trying to make sure their narratives is being put out there. And then if they're not stating that with whoever is reporting on it, oh, they're telling you lies. What we're telling you are facts. Not so much. And when you see the scene of him pretty much talking to himself, the one side of him that's the really strong one trying to keep him, afloat, whatever, but then he's keep crying. He's like, that part of you, it's a little part of you that's human. We need to cut that out, and then you'll be, full, suit where you don't have any type of really any emotions. Like he needs to just cut off all emotion. That's why they think he has a so-called human side of him. Uh I really like seeing. I'm sorry that he's crumbling under the pressure of the weight of all the things that fall on his shoulders now. Him talking to Black Noir about, I'm so glad I have you, asking him questions like, the fool can't speak. Like really, and that's probably the best thing. Nobody else speaks to him, but he doesn't, and and you see how they're talking about Soldier Boy, this and that and another. And at first they think somebody could be cosplaying. Black Noir knows most likely he was, clearly. And I wonder if those two twins, TNT, are somewhat telling Shoot, was he really behind that? Um, it makes me wonder. And that's why he ran away. We didn't see him anymore after he pulled that little tracker out of his arm. So I'm curious to see when the next episode, if they do show him where he's hidden at, where is he at? When he's not there, does he have his own little place? Where does he go? I mean, we don't have really no other backstory than what we've seen from when they showed a flashback of him when he was with the crew, and he, of course, was so horribly injured. So that's really interesting. Now, I will say this: seeing how Butcher is all about having Soldier Boy go out here and deal. Of course, Soldier Boy wants his payback with his crew, his group, who pretty much did him foul and them capturing him Russians and torturing him all these years, whichever. So he's going from one to one. He already got Crimson, Countess, and then of course he didn't have to get gunpowder because Butcher took care of that. But now going after the twins TNT. And all this culminating when they're, of course, them showing up was considered something called the Herogasm. That's something he said he created back, I think he said in 54 and all that. I'm like taking full credit. I'm just like, that whole scene, but we'll get there. Also, just seeing how I was surprised that she had the backbone to do it, but just the part with A Train and Ashley, her speaking her little truth. I'm like, sweetie, it still doesn't make you better. You're just as tacky. Because as soon as you speak up when it comes to other Supes, whatever, as soon as Homelander come in, she's like a little putty. She, again, another one who has no backbone. Same thing with the Deep. Of course, trying to, be in Homelander's good graces, them in that room trying to figure out if that was Soldier Boy, whatever, and all that. He's like, well, I thought we had more people. Yeah, you all got rid of them. You want to be a team player. And I'm like, that's why he has to do everything. And of course, he coming up with the plan of, maybe those, TNT, they might know they're in Vermont. And of course, his woman, like, oh, I was taking care of it. I'm here to help you. She's really not. I feel like she's trying to get a come up. He was that push right there, and I think she's going to do whatever she needs to do to get in good gracious Homelander, because I think she wants to get close to him. I don't think she wants to eventually be too much with the Deep. But you can see when he kind of walked away a little bit and she was behind, kind of looking at him. I feel like she has her own agenda. We'll see if within the next couple episodes if I am, on the money or if it's something else going on. Because I wonder if that church or wherever he came from is trying to kind of wiggle their way in a little bit more within Vought, and then push Deep aside and see what they can do. You just never know. There's always some other added agenda. So we'll see how that goes. Now with this whole thing with them going to see TNT at this little Herogasm, and it's like a lot of this I cannot upload from the scenes that I saw. I'm just like, okay, so we'll just get to the meat of it where you see Mother Milk and a scene of Starlight and Annie where they're heading there. And I like how we finally get a little bit more information about what caused the situation with him losing his family, definitely losing, his grandpa. It's so unfortunate because that whole situation is traumatic because he feels like he caused that accident, and actually you did not. Him talking to you, explained to him how excited you were because Soldier Boy was outside and Soldier Boy lifting up what I think he said a Benz or something or Mercedes and ramming it through the wall. I'm like, you were throwing it that far to do what? And not realizing if you're throwing it into a home, you're endangering somebody who's already in the home, could be sleeping in their bed, whichever. So I'm understanding. So I'm wanting to know when we're going to get more of another confrontation, because her listening to some, he's talking about OCD and, this, him having this kind of hold on him. And every time I do is I have to go downstairs and turn off the birds. If not, he's going to come for me. And it's just so sad watching him and then the tears flowing. Just like I felt so bad because right now that memory of him as a child, it really has stayed with him. And sometimes certain things like that can trigger. And seeing him at the Herogasm definitely didn't happen. He was ready to do some bidding or just do a regular fight, whatever. Now, like, granted, Soldier Boy does have, the powers, and so he could just blow him away and all that. But their whole point was for them to go in there, find the twins, and then try to just deal with them. But you see how that didn't happen. He eventually has to walk away to find them, and Butcher stops from doing that. I'm gonna tell you like this: Butcher, he's all about his own agenda. As much as he wants to help mother, he doesn't really want to help mothers, but he wants to help himself. He's mad. Going back to the first season with no Homelander was involved with his wife having the kid, her gone, thinking she was dead, or he had something to do with her death, and come to find out when he took her there and showed her where she was hiding with the boy all these years, he had no idea. So pretty much, she couldn't do anything because she's trying her best to stay in the good graces so she can stay with her son so they don't take him. So we already know that from the first 2 seasons. And he still, of course, is resented. And I can understand that's fine, but I'm like, you utilizing Soldier Boy for your own benefit, knowing what Mother Milk has told you from his past of dealing with this man, and you're making it all about yourself. And of course, he's already taken the V, so he's already ready. And I don't blame him for being pissed. I wouldn't want nothing to do with you. I wouldn't want no part of you. You're an asshole. That's how Butcher is sometimes. He's straight up an ass. And I'm just not here for how he treats his closest that's supposed to be always there for him. That's why I like when he told me, he's like, this is not no team. You made sure of that. Because you make everything truly about your damn self. And then here we go with Huey, with Annie, talking about how, I can't save you, always make it where you have to save me, this, and another, all because she made that abundantly clear from the beginning when he first met this. And he's like, oh, no, I don't have no problem with it. So pretty much you lied all this time. Okay, because over a year or so passed, we're going to say like maybe a year and a half, 2 years, whatever, from when the first season started. So all that was a lie. Kind of a little bit. Really, Huey? Just, you should have been honest, because at least you can understand where this is all coming from. But now she's like, okay, this is really you. This is how you are. You couldn't wait to do this. Really has nothing to do with her. All from what happened with A-Train. And you see the scene where A-Train is confronted by Hugh, and he says, you never apologized. And he never did. It's so true. And it's just like, he's looking at him and he's trying to apologize. And it's like a little bit like, I'm effing sorry. I'm like, you would know better with the way Blue Hawk did his little goddamn speech, even though he had a daggone paper in front of him, whatever. You don't. At that time, you didn't. Your arrogance was killing. He did not care. Granted, he's going through it because now Nathan cannot walk, and he knows he played a part in that. But it was just like, when he hit him, I was like, I don't blame him. It's like part of the aggression of all this time, knowing how you treated him, what you did, you didn't care. And now that you experienced something similar, but you didn't lose Nathan. Nathan's still here. It's just unfortunate he's not going to be able to use, his full functioning body. Huey lost a girlfriend because you split her in half with your speed. But, I don't care if he decked you. It was like, you deserve a lot more than that. But I will tell you this. I still don't care for A-Train, but I love the scene when he let Blue Hawk have it. But that, I literally was not expecting that. That came out of nowhere, and that was so what he deserved. I'm like, yeah, drag him like the crap he is. And literally just, like, his body was like damn near puree at the end. Oh, well. Glad we don't have to see him anymore. I'm so happy he's done. Since Ashley didn't want to do her part to handle it because you were so busy trying to worry about it. Really? I'm like, okay. But I'm like, yeah, she would do it. But now it's like, yeah, he took care of it anyway. So now you can sit there and no one's like, don't say nothing to me because you're too busy covering up all these little things that Homelander did or Soldier Boy did, whatever and all that. So now you can go ahead and cover up another one for A-Train. It is what it is. Just, it's a regular cycle. So the whole thing with situation with Soldier Boy, I noticed that when Hugh had a conversation with him, he said, what happened there, downtown? And he was like, at first he didn't want to admit it, but he eventually said he blacked out. So pretty much from the last episode, when you hear the music, it all of a sudden causes him to have this moment where he definitely experiences where, his power's coming on. I don't know if it's like he does black out, whatever, but I'm like, he eventually, after that, he said for 10 minutes or so. And I'm like, okay, so it initially happens again. Here, he starts hearing some music. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. And they tried to use their TNT, tried to use their process, it won't work. People were just getting left around. I'm so glad that Butcher and M did not get hurt. But, and Huey and Annie were long gone because he teleported her little butt and all that. And that was just, wow. I was not expecting that. And of course, one other piece I missed. I'm so happy Starlight caught Deep. I'm like, yeah. You ain't about your wife. That's definitely just a full of persona, and I'm happy she took a picture. So in case he tries to come out of his mouth, he can show it to his wife. Like, yeah, you some crap anyway. So you doing what you do best, and then taking your little friend with you and all that, and them want to talk to you like not right now, while he's getting in his Jeep or whatever, so he can run off, so you don't get caught on camera. He's just a whole entire mess just from head to toe. But yes, that whole situation with the house, and of course Annie asking MM to help her with the people and all that while they're in there. And of course you see Butcher looking at him, he's like, Soldier Boy, he's like, oh, what happened? He looking at him. Yeah, but I will tell you, to end it on all B is that scene where they go to town, where you see Butcher, Soldier Boy, and Homelander finally show up. I'm gonna tell you, that was a good damn scene. I was here for all that. Oh my god, that just oh my god. And then Huey coming in and get his little licks in and knocking him down, whatever. When he thinks, and he's just looking at him like, "What in the world?" Yeah, none of them like you. At first, Soldier Boy, because he doesn't really know, but once he started fighting, he's like, "Yeah, now he really don't like you, so they're gonna come for you." I was ready for him to. He's like, "Get out of here." And he's like, "No, I want part of this. I don't care about that. Whatever. I want to see him get torn to pieces." And you see how quickly Homelander got enough, strength to knock him off and jump out. Yeah, buddy, they're coming for you now. You should be worried. You at the top now, and when they say you at the top, all that will happen is you have to come down sometime soon. And we know you got another season. Most likely, he gonna most likely probably might be back. I'm not gonna assume anything and all that. I'm just trying, talking on the side of my head, but it's gonna be interesting to see how this unfolds. I'm just like, yeah, I just really enjoyed that scene. That was really good. And two other scenes. One scene was between Starlight and Victoria. I'm like, okay, you know that she knows you want something, and then how you actually ask for it. And she's like, you know what? No, this is a whole bunch of this is like a shit show. I don't want to do this. We'll get out of here. So if you don't pop his head with it, I'll get the hell up out of here. And she looking at him like, oh, keep this to yourself. So you trying to go under up under, so Homeland don't know you trying to do your own thing. You're bidding. Yeah, I knew you had to protect your daughter. So it's in the instance of you trying to cover yourself. You talking about how Stan was using you this and that and other and all that. And look at you trying to use some other people. So pretty much Stan taught you what you know, because you were a teen when he met you and he had you around for quite some time. So that lets me know you were no better. And he's like, yeah, I taught her ways like to play both ends. And she sure as hell did. She got what she wanted from Homelander by telling him and giving the goods and all that. And now here you are trying to do what you need to do because you were going to so-called protect, Starlight from Homelander. And you could be just the main captain, not a co-captain. I don't trust that broad. Just like I said, don't trust her. I hope they find a way to deal with her and just be done. It's like, please. Like, nah, you, especially after somebody who believed in you enough. Yeah, he might have used you and all that, but you didn't mind it. And look where you are now, in the position you are now, doing what you need to do, having a home and all that for your daughter, probably a good education, all that. So clearly Stan didn't use it too much because you have no problem doing some of his bidding. But okay, that's going to come back and bite her down the road. I really feel like that. I said, Stan's going to be like, he's sitting by. I feel like he has some information, and not everything was inside that damn room. I feel like some of that stuff, he's not stupid to keep everything there, but I know there's a lot more going on than we know, and that's okay, because that gives more for the next couple episodes or maybe into the next season. The last episode of scene, I like when Starlight was like, no, let me just go and put this out there. It's like, they're going to be mad. She's like, I don't care. I do not care. She's like, this is, the Supes are going to tell you this, and, this and that, and the CEO Ashton or whatever. Like, that's not true. This is not being handled. Showing a backdrop of people dead from, this blast from Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy definitely doesn't care. He wants payback for those people, and he's willing to kill who's ever around. Talking about they don't get in his way. These people didn't even get in his way. He pretty much had a moment because of some music, and then kills TNT, but ends up killing people because he's turning around and killing them as he's doing. So it is what it is. So pretty much they don't have to figure out what to do with you. Butcher's going to keep you somewhere underground hidden. Mother's Milk don't want no part of you, whatever. But he knows kind of where you hide out. So it's like you got to be careful. Huey is on the outs with, Annie. She don't want no part of you. It's just a mess. And again, I'm here for it. I'm here to see what's going to happen on the next episode, because this one was really, really good. I so enjoyed it. So I know I rambled on enough, but it was like I had to get it off my chest. So with that said, comment below, you guys. Let me know what you think. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next reaction. You guys take care.